Poverty, conflict, rights abuses, instability, unemployment, just some of the factors that drive more than 100,000 people on average each year to try to enter the European Union illegally, often in dangerous circumstances.
Stop! Don't move, please! Don't move! It's dangerous!
The EU border agency Frontex is one of Europe's answers to this challenge. It coordinates the measures that countries take at the EU's external borders. Frontex has conducted more than 900 search and rescues involving some 50,000 people since 2011. This rescue off the Italian island of Lampedusa is one example.
Many times we have such kind of incidents at the sea, but at land borders also we've experienced also incidents like that. Saving lives is one of our main priorities, I would say the main priority.
The Greek Coast Guard prepares to head out again. It's a non-stop surveillance job, even in winter. This boat is working the waters of the eastern Aegean, between the island of Lesbos and Turkey. Some illegal immigrants want to use the island as a jumping-off point to enter Europe.
They're coming from everywhere, but especially from Syria and Afghanistan. Lately, we have noticed that we have new nationalities, especially from Central Africa, that attempt to fly from Africa to Istanbul and from Istanbul to the Turkish coast and from there to the Greek islands.
Frontex works with countries like Greece to watch over Europe's land and sea borders. The agency collects and analyses data about would-be immigrants. It provides rapid response capabilities in times of crisis and helps repatriate people when necessary. Frontex also plans joint missions and ensures high operating and common training standards.
We ensure that vessels are properly equipped for such kind of rescue operations and the crews are properly trained. And lately a budget of additional 30 million was provided to Frontex in order to enhance this kind of operations in Mediterranean.
One particular tragedy off Lampedusa last October has put the issue of illegal immigration right at the top of the EU's political agenda, on the table of European leaders. Calls for action rang out in the wake of the incident, in which almost 300 people died when their boat caught fire and sank within sight of land.
After Lampedusa, there were very strong words in the European Union. Still, it happened, and it is likely to happen again. So now is the time for member states, for all of us, to show that we have done our utmost to make sure to minimize the risks of it happening again.
The Task Force Mediterranean was immediately set up. It's highlighted 5 ways to encourage would-be migrants to stay home and to better manage them if they gamble on coming. One aim is to boost cooperation with the countries that people leave or transit to reach places like this on the Lesbos coast, part of their journey to Europe. Another is to provide better legal ways for people to enter and to beef up the fight against trafficking and organised crime. Border surveillance will be strengthened, and EU countries using tools like Frontex must show more solidarity with partners such as Greece, Italy, Malta and Spain, suffering under high immigration pressure.
This is what Frontex is doing, coordinating the solidarity. A member state, when guarding the borders, it means that it works for all member states, and the opposite.
Under the Greek presidency, Justice and Home Affairs ministers are grappling with ways to discourage people from making the dangerous and uncertain illegal journey to Europe. EU leaders will give more impetus to those efforts at their summit in June.